Welcome every cunt. Can you say? You can. You can say anything.
Right, but you can't say cunt.
No, you can't say anything.
Aye. I just can't be in that.
Xenophobic, racist, homophobic, or any of that shit.
Aye. Confrontational way.
Aye.
In any way towards any human.
Aye.
Aye.
No, you can't say it. If that was the case, I would have been banned long ago. How's it going, everybody?
Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever part of the world you're in.
That's aye. Now we're doing this new thing. It's the Peace, Love and Happiness podcast. We're going to go over some stuff that we've found in the news in the past week. We'll do this every Sunday, around about the same time.
Regardless on how rough I'm on. I'm pretty rough as you.
He's pretty
Sorry. There's my Tom Jones warm up. Vocal warm up.
we're professionals.
Aye. The show must go on.
We'll go into the first topic. Do you want to go first? I'll let you go first.
Aye, because you've got a lot more
Aye.
notes than me. I kind of slacked. But it was about the NASA flying the drone on the Mars.
I think that was mental. I've got a picture right here. Aye. And
But how the fuck are they flying stuff about Mars when they're not even doing stuff on the moon? Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't even see. Have you seen the footage? It doesn't. Does that look like? How do we know what Mars looks like?
pictures.
Everything, aye, everything that they've taught us, but do you know what I mean? I could just be.
That's some new. The picture I've got. It's no working. So
Oh no,
Just
the question's first show.
first show.
We're beginners here. You need to have patience in life to get good at stuff, don't you? Practice makes perfect.
Why
We're
is
talking
it?
about practice. Practice. It's a
Right.
basketball court, just in case
Wait.
they didn't do that.
What's happening here?
Kobe Bryant. I don't know. Is it still live? Are we still going?
No, we're still live. We're still live. It's just
We should definitely have some back music, shouldn't we? Some just like kind of 70s porn music.
the processor's taking an absolute beating now for some reason. It's alright. Don't worry about it. We're having a wee bit of technical issues, but it's the first time, so give us peace. But that's us back. It's just because Chrome doesn't like to be used. I've lost the picture.
Picture's gone. You can go and Google this. See
Aye,
everything
just
that
go-
we're saying. We're literally pulled this all off Google, so just go Google
Aye.
it, right?
We've lost it, but so it's mental the fact that we've got helicopters on fucking Mars.
A drone that they're controlling for air. It's flying like 50 metres, sorry, was it? At a height of 5 metres or 3 metres above the ground for 50 feet. For 5 metres. It took off, took away, came back. 60 seconds, they controlled something on Mars. Like, that blows my mind.
Aye, I mean the fact that we can have helicopters on Mars, but we can't have civilizations on the moon.
Aye. Or the fact that we've not been back to the moon since, what, the 60s?
Aye, I'm pretty sure the last moon mission was 72,
Aye.
and that wasn't even a landing, was it?
Aye, no.
It was
The
just
last Quincy they stood on the moon
was in
I'm pretty
1969.
Aye, this is the pure fake footage.
Aye.
That wasn't even on the moon.
Aye, fucking Stanley Kubrick's fucking.
So I think you can safely say that humans have never been to the moon or are lying to us about the moon.
Oh aye.
Like the whole
There's something on the moon that they don't want us to see.
like that is no coincidence. See the size of the moon to the proportion to the Earth to the sun. For it to create a solar eclipse, it could only be out by like 3 inches. The full circumference of the moon had to be in this certain size to be able to do that.
Oh aye.
So it just by pure chance something was created perfect
Mhm.
and fell into the same orbit as us
Exactly.
and circles at the same time as the moon.
Well, the point.
Get that weak shout out of here.
Well, the moon was created when an asteroid hit the Earth, and the Earth kind of split in two. So the moon's basically just a broken bit of
A deep
Earth.
bit of Earth.
Aye.
I said it's a very subtle bit of a broken Earth in it, but it's very. How can you get
Is
a
that no
sphere
the-
at an Earth?
Is that no the suction of space that does that? But
I don't know.
the sun's a circle, isn't it?
But it's massive big ball of fire. It's constantly getting bigger.
The
isn't it?
Earth's a circle. Venus is a circle.
Pretty much everything in the solar system is a circle.
Aye,
isn't it?
you don't exactly get a pentagram, fucking.
Do you? Can't you think the Earth's flat?
But do you?
But do you? That's what you need to question.
That's the important questions that we're answering today. Well, we're not answering them, but we've got to ask them.
So we're saying that the flying drones. So see, because NASA's flying drones on Mars, the moon's not real.
Right.
That's what we've came to the conclusion.
So we're after a good start because we've got drones on Mars.
Right. Oh, I've been excited to talk about this next week.
This one.
Aye, because I don't know if you know, right? But it was a submarine, right? It was going out to test torpedo launches, and the deepest parts of the Indian Ocean went missing, completely disappeared after all sonar, everything, right?
Well,
in the Indian Ocean, the deepest part of the Indian Ocean had the Indian Ocean, sorry. Right, but listen to this. They found it a couple of days later, and there was 53 guys, seamen, on that vessel, right? And they found it in 3 parts at the bottom of the Indian Ocean, and they were testing firing torpedoes. So that actually does sound like I've seen a supernatural film, doesn't it? Where it's like some sort of sea beast. They've went down and they've fucking done something, fired torpedoes at something. And
in the Java Trench.
That's it.
That's it, in Indonesia.
It's like the deepest part of the, and they've found it broke into 3 pieces.
Yeah, that's some spooky shit.
Isn't it? I couldn't believe. See, when I was actually reading, I was like, that just sounds like I've seen it in a film, like that sort of thing. But it's like an official thing because, as I say, 53 people has lost their life in it, and they don't even know what's happened to it. I don't know what's happened since then because that was on Monday.
But they've got like black boxes and that, have they not?
But on a submarine?
There's no submarine variant of a black box.
Oh, I imagine so. But how the fuck may I get it back if it sinks to a depth that we can't get to?
That's true. Oh, there is more. There's more. We've explored more of space than we have the ocean.
Aye, that's a fact.
Aye,
it's only like what 20% of the sea floor being like searched.
Aye,
and it covers 70% of the planet.
Exactly.
So it's like a big massive.
We know more about space than we do the deepest parts.
Anything could exist down there.
Oh, aye. Like,
it could be hiding anything.
Like, you never know. H.G. Lovecraft's fucking Cthulhu could be kicking down there.
Megalodons could be down there. Mariana Trench. I've been watching a lot of that stuff in there.
The science to Megalodons don't.
I know, but maybe not the exact one, but maybe like do you know what I mean? A cousin or something.
Aye.
There must something might have survived enough down there.
Talking about sea life and a recent discovery. The thing is the colossal squid.
Aye, and they thought that was a myth.
Aye, the Kraken.
Aye.
But they found found ones.
I've seen the footage.
They keep finding bigger and bigger and bigger.
And it keeps getting bigger. Have you seen the one that they're trailing the camera? And the big king just comes out and its arms like 30 feet long.
Yes.
It just comes flying right out.
And it's very possible that myths like the Kraken are just colossal squids, but because of how shite the human race is as a race, because of the pollution and shit in the ocean, that they've been forced to.
They actually found plastic bags at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and that's the deepest part of the ocean. They found plastic bags in there. There's only been 3 men ever to get to the bottom of it.
And one
of them's a film director actually and producer.
Aye, I
what did it? It's massive. It's huge.
One of the ones.
Aye, but anyway, on Monday it was also Melania Trump's birthday. So it was 51.
Happy birthday, Melania.
And I just went on and looked at it, but the reason I only wrote it down is because the photo was next to it. She just looks like a lizard person.
She'll be ready to shed soon, surely.
Surely they must be like at least 500 years old.
Oh, aye.
Like, that human skin that they're wearing on the top of them just doesn't it? Like, it's
well,
there's
a thing that what is that? The conspiracy theory about Trump.
He's a time traveller.
Is it a time traveller one?
There's loads about him.
There was a book that was wrote about him like 100 years ago or something like that, isn't it? There was a big, massive fucking conspiracy theory about it, and it's a. Sorry.
Alright.
Sorry.
See, and we just keep rolling, right? So
just keep going.
What's your Monday? Monday got you on Monday notes?
So, man, on Monday.
Monday.
I know it's quite big in the UK that the Daily Mail, according to the Daily Mail, which is the most reliable source in the world, Prime Minister Boris Johnson said in an exact quote, "No more fucking lockdowns. Let the bodies pile high in their thousands." Now, I thought that would be a good topic because nobody trusts Boris, right?
Aye.
But nobody trusts the Daily Mail either.
No. Nobody trusts the tabloids.
The tabloids,
all of them. There's a narrative for them to create stories just to sell papers. You need to remember that.
All the other tabloids go, right, aye, they're talking facts. But everybody else is going, no, they're talking shite. Which is predictable, but it's still a good fucking topic because...
It is a good topic because it brings up somebody that's in the question on the right, and then there's a couple of things came out about this week. They obviously fixed the tax for the Dyson employers to come out during the pandemic, which I kind of like.
In my opinion, that is a good call.
Aye, because he was doing what had to be done to get the ventilation machines in for the people that were dying.
You see what you want to say about how he handled the pandemic as a whole.
You need to look at tax as a whole and say it's only for the poor people.
Yes.
It's been well documented, and politicians rip the arse with their expenditures.
Because in my eyes, Boris is a puppet. That's the only reason he was. The only reason he was elected is because they needed a fall guy for what was coming. There's a reason that he got elected right before a fucking global pandemic. They needed a fall guy for what was coming.
And I also seen that through the week. Do you know his mobile number's been listed?
Yes, it's been on for 15 years or something.
15 years. Go put up an article so you can go and find his phone number and message him.
Give Boris a phone and say we support him in the Dyson tax thing.
Aye, Dyson tax thing, but then see the other thing about letting bodies pile up. Man, I don't know about that, but
I don't see. Following Boris Johnson for a very long time, before he was the Mayor of London, he doesn't seem like the type of cunt to just come out and say that because he's stupid, but he's thick, sorry.
So do you believe, do you think he said something like that?
No, I don't think he did.
Do you think it's
just
a narrative?
I think he might have said something similar, that he probably said something along the lines of, if people are going to die, they're going to die. Right. We've done all we can. There's no point in putting in another lockdown. Something like that.
Oh, because they definitely don't want another lockdown.
No.
It's crippling them.
But then on the other hand, Nicola Sturgeon is panicking about coming out of lockdown, and she wants another one. See, that's for any foreign viewers that only fade the UK. Politics here is a joke.
It's
funny as it's like
a bunch of fucking wains.
You think.
Wait.
you think the UK, you think the US politics is like a reality TV show. You should watch some you should watch some House of Commons footage because they genuinely just stand up and start shouting at each other.
Here you are.
And
it's nonsense.
Ali
G done it best when he showed what it is really all about.
Yes, exactly.
And it doesn't really matter how much you invest in it. They're going to do whatever they want to protect certain people.
Oh, aye. They're in the most when it comes to the politics in the UK. It's about the vote. In my opinion, the votes don't matter.
No.
What matters is they need to take the votes into consideration because if they don't, they'll lose the fucking democracy.
It's to give the belief that the people that they've made a choice, they've got an actual choice in it. This is just to sell the illusion to us that we have a say in what happens.
I mean, look at the probably the most thingy one was the Scottish independent vote. The fact that 65% of the votes weren't counted because of bad weather. Back in 2014.
There were multiple things about that was a bit dodgy.
The biggest one I remember was the fact that 65% of fucking votes weren't counted because of bad weather. And I remember that night it was pissing down.
Surely, but they can't.
There was a thunderstorm and everything, but it's bits of fucking paper. Stick it in a truck and take it to a counting station.
But actually think about that. That's more than half of the votes. So
Aye.
They can't have some.
And do you know most of the votes that were fucking counted were for England? Most of them were for England. It was a Scottish referendum where English people were allowed to vote and the rest of the UK were allowed to vote on it. And in my opinion, I think that's completely wrong.
Aye.
If it's a vote on Scottish independence, it should be the nation of Scotland.
Scotland was supposedly the first nation ever to be given the right to vote for their independence in 109 years or something.
Yes.
And choose no.
Aye, exactly.
The first ever.
And
you know what I mean?
If you were in Scotland during 2014,
everybody wanted it.
Everybody.
There were selling figures that no chance, like Aberdeen got hit with the worst by like Thatcher and all that shit, and the amount of voted to stay.
Exactly.
It crippled the economy and crippled us.
Exactly. most of the votes that were
The shipbuilding in Glasgow as well.
exactly most of the votes that were counted were either for England or for Edinburgh. And in my opinion, Edinburgh's basically just England. It's kind of Scotland. It's kind of Scotland, but it's just it's.
We just still got two better Scottish people who've turned this podcast into the referendum.
I'm fucking sick of them.
Pause. Next subject.
Right, let's carry on. Hey.
Fucking before we end up with face paint on screen. Braveheart playing in the background.
Right.
Fucking hell, man. That was so funny.
Another thing I found on Twitter on Monday was I've got a video for it here. CNN's Rick Santorum says that I don't even need to read it off my note because I've got it right fucking there. We birthed this is a direct quote for him. We birthed a nation for nothing. I mean, there was nothing here. I mean, yes, we have Native Americans, but candidly, there isn't much Native American culture in American culture. What do you think about that?
Does he think that is a good thing to say?
That's his view. Yes.
Because taking it, he's been a big backlash and a big kickback for that. The only reason that there's no much
it was only in for one day.
Native American culture in America is because they have eradicated it.
Yes, exactly. They didn't. Apparently, they birthed a nation for nothing. So he's contradicted himself there because if you birth a nation for nothing, that's like Australia, for example, where people go there in ships. There's absolutely fuck all there, and they build for nothing. They didn't do that in America.
No, they just went and claimed something that wasn't
but before they claimed it, the Native Americans took them fucking in. They took them in and treated them like their own.
And befriended them.
Yes.
And then they just turned them back and
then
tried to eradicate them after the history books.
Yes, exactly.
But that's what I'm talking about, the level of white privilege power in America, where this man can get on front of everybody. Do you know what I mean? He's actually 9 million views, 9 million people, and he thinks it's alright for him to get up there and say that. And even worse thing is, we're living in a society in a world where it is alright for him to do that.
Exactly.
He is basically just... I'm getting too deep there. I know I get...
Right, the video's working, so I'll show you the video. I need to...
See my eyes, he should get gunged.
Gunged?
Aye.
What do you mean by gunged?
Gunge gunge pedo. Do you know that sketch? No? It's Kevin Bridges, mate. You need to fucking get out of your pop culture.
Right, that's thinking. There's an audio issue here. There's always an issue of some sort, but there's an audio issue this time.
First time, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Take you out. Right, so what's the main output for a laptop? Digital output, no, just go speaker. Right.
That was settled.
Right, that's just got to play through that. Right, never mind. There's no video. We've not got any sources, right? Just trust us.
Just Google it.
Google it, aye.
Remember, that's going to be your go-to thing whenever there's a technical difficulty, right? And then eventually we'll mention Google that much.
Aye.
That it'll start paying us.
Aye, exactly. That's our plan.
Google it.
Google partnership.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if
Google,
all you need to do,
Google has an answer for everything. We have an answer for nothing.
Exactly. Just go on Twitter and type up Rick Santorum, right? It's like the third one down. He's standing next to him in front of a Young America's Foundation sign, so just read that. Just read that. Watch it. It's a 1 minute 43 video, and it says it. He talks a load of shite before it, and he talks a bit of shite after it, but in the middle, he says exactly that. And I think that's just, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
You can't start with nothing.
No, you can't. You can't start with nothing. It's facts.
You can't just. There was already people there. But that is like, even Iron Maiden made a song about it, didn't it?
Aye, exactly. Run to the hills.
That full song is literally about that.
Mm-hmm.
White man came
across the sea.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us pain and misery. Nothing else needs to be said about that.
And that's what's basically happened all the way. So that's why but people are blinded to the fact that white privilege is everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's no just there is better standard of living for white people than there is to every other colour around the full world.
Aye, exactly.
And I'm not saying it white people in the poor fuck's sake. We came up from poor area. You came up
of
from
course.
poor area, so that's how we know about the levels.
Aye,
And it's it.
Our eyes were opened forcefully about it.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't just flung right into it.
My house is very dusty. I don't know what's happening. I think
My house is very dusty as well. I think it's Glasgow. Glasgow's just a dusty
there
place.
must be a lot of smut in here.
There is. It's just
It's smutty.
it's a very smutty city.
Right, what's next?
We're on to Tuesday.
Tuesday. I didn't get quite a lot done on Tuesday. Apart from I did see it was on Twitter and that there was a dude that got chased up the Clyde in a speedboat. A crazy pirate, so he was. He was supposedly rumoured he was being parked down at the casino, the Riverboat Casino down there, and he was partying under the bridge with some junkies. And then he got chased with 2 boats up the Clyde, so he did. I've actually got with 2 seconds. Got chased with a couple of boats up the Clyde. Oh shit. And then they had to call in a chopper. The helicopter chased him out the way. It was on Twitter and everything like that. It was on the news. So it was.
This is fucking mental.
It is.
It's something that a fucking Will Smith.
What that look? Police helicopter assisted colleagues from their dive and marina location a fast moving up the River Clyde.
Inquiries continue. So if anybody knows the crazy cunt in a speedboat that was flying his cell up the Clyde.
They chased them towards Greenock. So that was a.
If anybody has any clue to who that could have been, contact Police Scotland.
Help them in their investigation.
Yes.
To get this salty pirates seen to. But that was a positive day. That was a positive thing in that day because it was a tough day for the family.
Aye, it was our granny's 1 year anniversary of her death.
That was so like of her death.
Of her death.
It's been a tough day, but it's been a weird week because watching back my Snapchat memories has brought back all the same feelings.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Aye, exactly.
It still hurts just as much, but it doesn't feel like a year.
And then weirdly, even my Spotify's even reverted back to the same as it was that week.
Yeah,
Feel the
same
shit I
tunes
listen
playing,
to,
everything syncs up and that.
It's a weird one.
But that's kind of why we said we'll definitely go to do it.
Aye, well definitely.
And we're not going to put stuff like this off because she's at the other side giving us energy.
Exactly.
And guiding us.
Exactly. And we're doing our
Spiritual
best.
miracles.
And we're doing our best to make her proud.
Lyrical.
Exactly.
God bless you, Gracie.
Fuck, that's you, sweetie.
Yeah, Gracie, John, Betty.
Right. What else?
Kathy.
Also on Tuesday, Joe Rogan was in the news for encouraging young healthy people not to get the COVID vaccine. His, I believe his exact quote was, "If you're, say, 21 and you're healthy and you come to me and ask, should I get the vaccine? I'll tell you no." And he said that on his podcast.
Some of the stuff that I watch a lot of his shit. Do you know what I mean? I like I like the questions that he asks,
Yes.
or like where he puts his narratives and what he's trying to get people's attention on.
I do agree that he's a stupid person's idea of a smart person.
Aye.
But still, he's somebody with such status, and
That's what I mean. So then, where's he getting his information? Do you need to do you believe it because his status that his information is going to be more factual because he knows different people with different revenues and can get information?
that apparently what he said there is completely off his own.
Like unless they force me, like actually force me, like I'm not allowed to work or I'm not allowed to do nothing or like leave the house or do anything like that, then that's the only reason I would take the vaccine. That's the only reason. I ain't letting them put anything in me.
Well, what if they say it will come eventually? The fact that you'll need the vaccine to go to a pub.
I don't really. I'll just drink outside. The pub. with a speaker. Fuck yeah, I'm not kidding. And that's what I mean. If they start making it like
It will
it
become
stops you
mandatory.
from living. It stops you from living a life or going out and about. Like if I can go and jump on a train and go gallivanting up hills and all that, then
It will happen eventually that you'll need a COVID
I
passport.
would seriously, really question becoming like a nomad then and going off the grid.
See, I've not been thingied for the vaccine yet. But I'll be taking it.
Are you going to take it?
I'm going to take it, aye.
So
Okay.
you just told Mick gives you like special powers or something like that.
Aye.
And they become mutants. And that's what they're getting it all because they know an alien invasion's coming.
And they need to prepare us.
Aye, they need to prepare us. There's
See, everybody thinks that the government's against us. Nah, they'll try to protect us.
Ah, they fuck, man. They're trying to get us to protect them.
Aye, exactly. Another one was a woman gave birth to a 13-pound baby.
What?
And it made the doctors think it was twins for how big she was.
It was a female. It was a wee lassie.
Yes.
Born at 13 pun.
13
Where was
pound.
this?
In England.
England?
Sussex, I think.
That's mad.
She
That's
was-
a big. That's huge.
Baby Amelia was born the second largest baby in the UK.
History. Or just like recent history or records.
In the UK in history.
What?
Yes. Second largest baby in the UK in history.
See, it would be good to see what she's like in 10 years.
Oh, I should be that.
Is she going to just keep growing it at that rate, or is she done? Do you know what I mean? Wonder what the most diet was.
I know. I mean, apparently the doctors congratulated her. Instead of saying congratulations on your baby, it was congratulations on your toddler. Because that's about the size of her.
Was it a C-section?
I'm not sure.
I hope not. It was.
I don't know if it was. It didn't say on the article.
For the mother in question, that's
I
a
mean,
big win, man.
it's hard to even imagine. Like that's like what I like that
Aye,
fucking.
But then that's the shoulders. The shoulders are probably like that.
Exactly. And then the heels.
Minimum.
I mean, imagine she's got a heat like us.
That's like
Scary.
she does it. Send a Blue Peter budget to her.
Aye, exactly. A Blue Peter bit of fucking
She needs
an
Nike.
MBE and everything.
Aye, she needs something. I swear to God.
Aye.
She needs like outstanding mo award or something.
Yes, exactly.
A big go bad saying I'm a fucking badass mother.
We've got a bit of sad news as well. The astronaut Michael Collins passed away on Wednesday of cancer at the age of 90. Michael Collins was known as the forgotten astronaut, the forgotten man on the moon, because he stayed on the shuttle while Armstrong and Aldrin went out exploring on the moon.
So he was the third man that didn't get to. He got to go to the moon.
Aye, but he didn't get to step on. Aye, but he didn't get to step on.
the.
He stayed in the shuttle to make sure
That's
Aldrin and Armstrong could go home.
That's unfortunate.
He was the designated driver. Aye, so he passed away at the age of 90 of cancer.
Sorry, cancer. And his name's Michael, and I'm a cancer. And my name's Michael. We just foreshadowed my death. Stay tuned to this podcast until I'm 90. So we've got another 40 odd year.
Another thing that happened on Wednesday in my personal life was my son, who is 20 months old. He's 2 in August, right? I think that makes him 20 months old. Is that right? There or thereabouts.
I can't do that math, I'm hungover.
I can't do the math in general, just full stop.
I'm
He for the first time started recognising me as his dad. The first that's I walked in and he went Dad? I asked him for a cuddle and he went and ran away. But still,
take what you get in life.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Well, the other thing that happened on Wednesday was the Mars helicopter. We started after that though. Thursday was an interesting one.
I've not got any notes on these days.
Noel Clarke.
Oh, fuck aye, that's a very interesting one.
Noel Clarke, who's known for playing in for his parts in Kiddlehood.
Aye, he written it.
He wrote Kiddlehood.
He wrote it, directed it, produced it, the full works.
And they played Mickey in Doctor Who.
Right, and he's a BAFTA nominee, with BAFTA winning.
Yes, exactly.
And he's got an MBE.
And an MBE, yes.
For his contribution.
He was accused of sexual misconduct, harassment and bullying by 20 different women. And due to that, BAFTA has decided to withdraw his BAFTA membership until further notice. Now, in my opinion, that's somebody that's let fame and stardom get to their head.
I became like a narcissist.
Yes.
A male narcissist and thought he could just do anything.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like, and that's what it comes across. There's like no smoke without fire and all that stuff. 20 people coming out and saying it. It's the volume in it. Yes. I've not really looked into it. I've heard about it, and it's been on the news quite a lot when I've been listening to radio and that. So, but I've not really actually dipped into it or went deep into it. Do you know what I mean? Because I imagine there's a part of me that thinks it's more likely going to be true.
Oh, aye. Because just for the sheer volume.
Yeah, the sheer volume. Or is it like, I don't know enough about that dude's personal life or what he's been doing personally, as in, is he doing a lot of good shit, right? And then he's needing to be pinned back or him back, do you know what I mean? Is it something to do with that whole thing? Is people out to get him and then they're all just coming out and it might not be true, but...
Exactly. I mean, I grew up watching Doctor Who with him in it.
Aye.
And
Kidulthood was massive when I was younger.
Kidulthood as well.
Adulthood, both of them.
Both of them, absolutely terrific films. But the fact that that's just came out, that it's just...
It's rare because it's a younger dude.
Yes.
Usually this is seedier, older men in it.
And the fact that it didn't come out slowly, so there's been a case. Of course, his lawyers deny it. He's no made it. For what I know, he's no made a public statement about it. His lawyers have been talking for him.
No, I don't think he had until. Nope.
I'm quite sure. I'll double check that just in case I'm talking a load of shite.
But this is awful like when it happened on Thursday. So if anything's been updated since then, that's been Sunday. This information we're giving you could be wrong, or it could be outdated. Actually, no.
Nope. He's not said nothing about it. It was all his AIM programme Viewpoint as well has been cancelled by ITV, which was just coming on to its last. He
had the other big show, didn't he? But with Kano or something.
Well, that was his main one. What's this one? There's no. He's no.
Sexual predator.
Yep. Sky.
And is it?
He's not made any public statements about it, and everybody and everything's cutting ties with him. Everybody. And the only thing that's on his the only thing on his Twitter bio is not a role model. So that's his own words about yourself. So take that as you will.
We're going to need to see how that transpires.
Yes, exactly.
I wonder if any of the women are like of stature as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Is it going to be big stars that are coming out and saying this? Is it?
Or is it just...
Has he been picking on the real ones and then people that are more... Like,
I'm quite sure that in the accusations, misuse of power is there as well.
Oh, that's definitely, aye. God complex.
Aye, I think that's
another
what's
thing
happened
that's
to
around the world is males.
The way it's probably went is the bigger he's got, the bigger he's got, the more he's done. Because he's felt like he had a right to do it.
Or he had the power to do it,
exactly. Because he had the power, he felt like he had the right, which is just complete bullshit. And if it does come out that all the accusations are true, then he's a prick. Simple as.
Deserves to go to jail.
Aye. Lock him up. Throw away the key.
Technically, I would just burn them, but they'll not let do that.
Aye, that's against human rights. But if it comes out that it's true, then he's a human rights violator.
I think we should just go back to like Viking days, man.
Kingston, how's it going? The topic's no clock. I don't know if you read that in the news. That's what we just thingy. No clock. Being accused of being a sexual predator. The other thing I found on Thursday was Toys for Bob, the game studio that were thingy for bringing back Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot, remastering and bringing out the new games. Everybody at the studio has been sacked, and they are now helping Activision and Raven Software develop Call of Duty.
That's strange, isn't it?
Aye, it's weird. I mean,
so a full company's been shut down and basically just went to Activision.
Aye.
So basically Activision, who's bigger and more dominant, have just went and crushed a wee company and took everything off them.
Yes, exactly. But they've not done that. Apparently it's a partnership. They get it, apparently they're not owned by Activision. Apparently they're just helping. Which in my opinion is brilliant for the COD community because they're such a good bit. For Toys for Bob, I'd say that's a step down. For Crash Bandicoot and fucking Spyro the Dragon.
But then got to COD.
Got
In today's market, I know they're nostalgic games and they hold like a place, but just now everybody's playing
COD's massive, of course, but compared to the quality,
do you know what I mean?
the quality, that's
no, the quality's not in the actual like Spyro Dragon's one of the best games ever.
Yes, same with Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot is up there.
Especially the newer Crash Bandicoot.
I've not even really played them. I'm just not going off like childhood memories of playing them. Do you know what I mean? Playing them teenagers.
They brought out a new Crash Bandicoot not that long ago. Crash 4. It's about time, and it's fucking class. It is. It's class.
You're going to get all sorts of royalty, aren't you, man? Just mentioning games.
Aye.
Plug everything. Remember, Google it.
Aye, Google it. Don't forget to Google it. High Octane Neil. How's it going, lads? Welcome.
How you doing,
Nice
bro?
internet to say to go out as soon as I tune in. Oh, what, your internet, Kingston?
Hope all is well in your world. How we going? 45 minutes, man.
We're
We'll
going
talk
for
shite for
45
45 minutes.
No, Fred, I've been choking to get to this. This has been the one I've been looking forward to since I read about it. No, because of everything happening with Noel Clark, it came out in Noel Clark's Doctor Who co-star, MBE John Barrowman,
An all-round smashing chap.
aye, has been slated on Twitter and all the rest of it for it was already well known for it anyway. I don't know why it's coming up now. It's probably just because of all the Noel Clark stuff happening. For getting his cock out on the set of Doctor Who and various interviews. What do you think about that?
Right, now, see, John, that's what I'm saying. Like, see if you actually know John Barrowman and watched a bit of his shows and all that, right?
And you know the type of guy he is in real life.
I don't know why, but he kind of gets the get out of jail free card with this one, and I think that's alright. It goes in his demeanour. He's not really going to be creepy with it. He'll probably just be doing cock gags. Sometimes
bigger. Exactly, that's what he did. Like, Kamal Kaduri on the set of Doctor Who, she played.
You love Doctor Who, didn't you?
Aye. It's in the news, and I'm fucking buzzing about it. Sometimes bigger is better. That's facts. It's facts. And John Barrowman's probably got a big thing on him.
Aye, but that amount of flag.
He's got the confidence about it, and it's not just a fucking, what's the word?
And I would say he's a pretty like butch gay guy, if you know what I mean. He's got a really feminine side to him, but he's almost like a working man.
Aye, exactly.
He's a very unique character.
And we're not just being biased because he's from Glasgow.
No, we are. But
we're being a bit biased.
But he's just a nice dude. Like, anytime you see him, he's funny. He's up. So like, if he's getting his penis out or like streaking or doing anything funny like that, then you know it's going to be coming from a place of laughter and almost making it. I don't think it's going to be like what now going. You better get rid of that. It'd be more like Mick taking a piss on himself.
Aye, exactly. Like
being the jester.
Somebody's trying to seriously act, and then he just whips it out and just stands there.
Aye.
It's turning around, oh, for fuck's sake, John. Like that type of thing. Noah, hey, look at that. Like Kamal Kaduri, I was watching a live interview with John Barrowman, Kamal Kaduri, and Noel Clark, and another actress. And Noel Clark brung up the fact that, thanks for the follow, High Octane Neil.
Thank you, brother.
Noel Clark brung up the thing saying that one time when Kamal Kaduri was getting.
Why have I just joined the penis talk?
We're talking about John Barrowman's Bobby.
There's been other conversation. This is the only penis we spoke about.
Aye, this is it.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence. The universe has told you to come in at this point.
Aye, exactly.
You know that John Barrowman getting his penis out.
Aye, exactly.
And how we think it's actually acceptable just because the person that he is. Is that my
he put it on Kamal Kaduri's shoulder while she was on the makeup chair.
See, again, I think if that's
she didn't seem too thingy about it. She didn't like. on the interview, she kind of just went, "Aye, they did that, aye."
See again, it was like because if that was like a straight dude doing that,
Oh no,
that's
completely
sexual
different.
harassment.
Completely, exactly.
So then is John Barrymore abusing the gay card?
Exactly. That's what talking about dicks. Do you support circumcision or not? Well, agree with it or support it. It's different
If
things.
an adult wants to do it, then that's fine, right? But I'm strongly I'm strong. But you shouldn't be circumcising wee wings.
No. Unless there's something like a medical thing that
reason.
causes it. Aye. But
I don't think it's something that we should be doing.
No, exactly.
But that's no. I'm not saying it's wrong.
I wouldn't say I agree with it, but I support it, of course. Like, I'm quite an easygoing guy, but like, on a guy's point of view, without a foreskin, you're be quite a shallow existence.
No.
I call that mutilation. Exactly.
Well,
I mean,
if an adult wants to
the
choose
penis
to do
becomes it loses something like 70% of its sensitivity as well.
Exactly, it's part of religion, isn't it? That's why they date to win.
Aye, not like
That's
I had the choice to get circumcised or not when I was born. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with it, but I'll support anybody that's got it.
I don't think they shouldn't have done that to you. I'll help you get.
It is. I'm fine without dick skin. Don't want that. It's
Smegma.
cleaner than having a wee hood to hide it. And, well,
so you think a penis looks more attractive?
That's for a woman's point of view.
Is that a synopsis? Is that what you're really?
For a guy's point of view, I would hate not to have a foreskin.
No, just your own preference. You just want to have a foreskin.
For a guy's,
some of the guys might not want a foreskin.
That's their choice.
Some guys' foreskins are too big for a willy.
That's a stereotype. I agree with that, Neil.
Some men like foreskins.
When it comes back to John Barrowman, right, and enough about foreskins. It's that the whole thing is the way people are saying it is, does he get a free thingy because is he using the gay card to get a free pass? But then people are saying that if he's using the gay, Noel Clark shouldn't get away with the stuff that he's doing because he's black. But that doesn't. That's the point that Twitter's making. That does. Aye, that's fair enough. Aye.
But does John Barrowman's actions hurt anyone?
Exactly, that's the thing. Now,
which I don't think they do.
Back in 2008, there was he was on an interview on BBC Radio 1, and he just whipped it. The BBC spokeswoman apologised for it, and he apologised for it, saying that he was having a laugh and he went too far, and it won't happen again. But they only got one complaint.
So then that ties into what we're saying.
Yes.
That his overall character and demeanour gets him get a jail free card for sexually harassing people or exposing himself to somebody.
I wouldn't say it's because he's gay.
Putting your dick on somebody is not something that you date to somebody like unless like you
you're very, very comfortable with them, and they know they're not going to turn around and go,
oh,
what the fuck are you doing? And freak the fuck out. Exactly. Exactly.
But I know you very well, and I do a lot of laughing, but I wouldn't put my penis on your shoulder, so there is a bit of fucked upness.
Exactly.
And you see it's a bit fucked up, you need to admit the meat is...
But people expect that type of thing for John Barrowman, that's the thing.
I don't care. That's not a normal thing to do.
Oh no, it's not a normal thing to do, of course
it's just
not.
to whip your dick out and pap it on the shoulder.
Aye, no, of course not.
We need to draw the line somewhere. If you fucking do fanny time, you can do the helicopter, you can do shut up, but why is it what sit on people's shoulders?
Aye, there's a good point. There's a difference between it hurting someone and making them uncomfortable, like it's receiving an unsolicited dick pic. Exactly, like if...
But receiving an unsolicited dick pic is pretty hurtful.
Yes, exactly, aye. It could be, aye. Just the same way you're putting your dick on somebody's shoulder could be hurtful.
See you got 40 a day.
Aye.
Just unsolicited, just mad hard dicks sent to you.
That's why we left this topic for last.
Oh, but how long have we been anyway? I know, man.
Thanks,
fuck, man.
I know.
We went your balls deep on dick talk, mate. Honestly, but it's
Big John Barrowman, he's He's a class guy, I'd say.
Right,
He's a
but
class guy. But putting
I'm
your dick on
quite-
people's
aye.
shoulders.
I don't
Different.
mind. I didn't know he stuck on the shoulder like that. Right? That's a bit.
No, as far as I know, that is a
Sexual assault. Yeah.
aye, but
It's a flaccid penis, but I used to be a life model. Do you know what I mean? So like, I understand how funny a flaccid penis is.
exactly. I think that it's. I can't. It's the way.
It's because it's a Doctor Who character in it that you just want to talk about.
Oh
So,
no, because no
Torchwood,
Clark.
sorry, Torchwood.
No Clark. He's a Doctor Who character, and he's a.
It's just ironic.
In my eyes, right now, he's a prick.
I understand the direction that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
The two of them are different spectrums of society.
Yes.
You've got a black male and a white gay guy.
Uh-huh.
One's been accused of 20 sexual assault, misuse of power and everything, when John Barrymore is a misuse of power as well.
Yes,
he's using his status to get away with putting his dick on cunts.
Yes, of course.
So,
but as far as
and he's
I
getting
know,
away with it and nothing's happening.
oh no, he's getting slated for it now.
Aye, but Slaty's different from everybody's stopped working with no. Everybody's ditched them. Everybody's done everything. They've already painted the narrative that they're guilty. But
is there a reason you're calling him Big John Barrowman? Have you seen the size of the cunt? He's taller than Mick.
no, he's not.
Aye, he is.
Nobody's taller than
I've
me.
met him in real life. He's taller than you.
I'm 7'7".
I met him at the Commonwealth Games.
So look at the size of me. I'm fucking so.
He's taller than you.
But John Bannerman's height. What height is John Bannerman?
He's a tall guy.
No, he's like 5'10".
He's a
mate.
tall fucking guy, mate.
He's like 5'10". Mate.
Aye, he's 5'10". Aye. Apart, as far as I know, the Camille Kaduri thing is a isolated. Big John's got a little John in it. I wouldn't agree with that. But as far as I know, that's an isolated event. That it's an isolated incident.
So it's just once.
Aye,
I'm
he's
tall.
not done it before.
5'11", mate.
5'11".
I'm 6'3", bro. Aye, mate. John Barrowman's taller than me. Don't ever come in my house and say shit
He's
like
not
that to me
built than you,
again.
but
Aye, you can be. I'm built for speed, mate, no power.
he's built for other things.
What is that? So is that us done the full thing? What happened?
4-1. Alright, that's just in the old firm.
4-1 to Rangers.
Like, I'm going to double check that just so I'm not just coming in and talking pure shite. The old firm in Glasgow between Celtic and Rangers is 4-1 to Rangers. With a red card to who?
Callum McGregor.
Is it McGregor? Aye, McGregor, aye.
I don't even watch football.
GG. I'll give you that. That's breaking news.
Kobe.
Breaking news.
Kobe. I think that's us.
That's about us, aye.
So for the first time ever, the historic first post of Peace, Love, Happiness podcast, alternative news. What's your life like? Highland Radiator, MD in 1986. Hope you have a good week. That's what you should do. We should do it. So see for the week coming forward, just try and be happy.
Aye.
Be as happy as you can no matter what happens in life. Because there's going to be loads of bad shit happening constantly.
Oh, aye. Of course,
Yeah.
life is just a pile of shite. Aye.
Non-stop shite, getting through straight at your dish.
And the point, and the best you can do is just get on with it.
And be happy.
Exactly. Find things that make you happy, even wee things like somebody saying something stupid in the news, like John Barrowman. You find out that John Barrowman's being slated for whipping his dick out 10 years ago. I was howling at that. At first I panicked because I looked at it, I seen John Barrowman trending, and I went, he's not come out and be like that. I support Noel Clark. I thought it was something like that. But no, it's just something stupid.
Went back to John Barrowman's dick.
We're going back to John Barrowman's dick.
No, you. Back to John Barrowman.
But how many people?
No, we're not going back in.
How many parties have you been at and a guy's whipped their dick out?
I'm usually the guy at the party whipping his dick.
Exactly. I've got a wee fruit salad. Fair enough.
So, we were signing off and you just went straight back into it. We literally done a goodbye post.
Aye, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah. And even if you don't put the work in, because I took no notes of a week and I still went ahead. Half cut. No, hungover.
I've been to two parties in my life, so I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
What? 2 parties? Was it 2 parties last night?
Right, we've got to finish up. We're at an hour.
Peace, love and happiness to everybody. Thank you for coming in. And if you're watching this afterwards, Tune in next Sunday.
Next Sunday at between 12 and 1.
Aye, hopefully.
Between 12 and 1.
In that bracket.
In that bracket, aye. I said last night it was between 12 and half 12, but that's too short a time. Between 12 and 1. Make sure you get in for it. Because
we'll have more notes, we'll be
exactly.
a week on, there'll be more experience.
And
we'll
keep an eye.
Practice.
What I like to do with stuff, if I see something in the news, I'll look forward, I'll go, yeah, I'm fucking choking. I'm choking to see. What, like, if I watch podcasts or something like that, I'll go, oh, that'll be a good topic for them to talk about. You can do the same. And if we miss anything,
aye,
put it in chat. I've got the chat there.
Aye, man.
The way it will go from now on is we will only reply to every single chat message, but if it's relevant to what we're saying, feel free to get into the conversation.
We won't chat. The comments won't go unnoticed, but
yes, no, they will not go unnoticed. We'll still say a wee hello.
Because we're nice people.
Aye, sometimes. I've got a few people in here that are famous streams, then they know that I'm not always the nicest person in the world. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Thanks for stopping in. Aye.
As always, peace, love and happiness.
Peace, love and happiness. I'm not going to plug my own streams in this because this is a separate thing. So,
but go and follow him on Twitch.
Follow
me on Twitch. I've not got any content, but it's coming soon.
Follow MDA on Twitch.
MDA 1986.
You've missed all the topics, Scott. We're just finishing up.
Go back and watch it.
Aye, go back. We can go back and watch it. We've got everything.
John Bannerman's penis.
To John Barrowman's cock, to Noel Clark's misuse of power, to
the moon's fake. Mars, they're up flying drones about Mars.
The moon's fake because we've got helicopters on Mars.
Don't tell me the full show, I was just pointless. I'm watching it.
No, the point of watching is to Boris Johnson being Boris Johnson. I'll see you later on.